Can you imagine an egg without a chicken? Alabama native Josh Tetrick is a genius. He started a company called Hampton Creek, which has gotten the attention of Bill Gates and so many more. Josh is joining us on Studio 10 to talk about the future of food. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
The future of food. What are we talking about this morning? Explain to us what Hampton Creek Foods are all about, Josh.
So we're a food company that recognizes the way that things are typically done in this world of food is just crazy. And take eggs as a good example. 99% of the 1.8 trillion eggs laid every year around the world come from places that are gross. Places where you have hens crammed in tiny cages, fed all this antibiotic-laden feed, a host of issues associated with that. And we just think we can jump over it. We think we can use plants that grow out in open fields. We work with farmers around the country to do it, that are as good or better than that chicken egg that comes from pretty nasty places. And then we use those plants to make mayonnaise. We have a product coming out called Just Mayo that you can buy, to make cookie dough that you can eat. But the center of it is, how do we convince someone like my dad, who, doesn't care about the environment too much, even though I love him, even doesn't even care about his health very much, to be honest with you, but he just wants good, cheap food, and we think we can address that and address some big problems in the world at the same time.
All right, well, you've got to convince me as well, and I'm sure a lot of other people out there. How does this work? What plants are we using? How can they even taste like eggs? Tell us some of this stuff.
Yeah, so we used to light our homes with candles, right? And then people didn't think we could have an alternative, and then the gas light came around, and then people didn't think we could get rid of that, and then electricity came around. So, the chicken egg is really a set of functions when you step back and think about it. Let me explain. So, in mayonnaise, a chicken egg doesn't scramble up, right? It just brings the oil and water together. It gives you creamy mouthfeel, a delectable kind of taste, but we found one single plant that comes from the species of yellow pea. So not the green pea, but the yellow pea, and we use that. Again, it's just grown by farmers, and we use that instead of the chicken egg. And there's no magic to it. There's no synthetic engineering. There's no DNA manipulation. It's really just the abundance, the power of the plant. Now, we found another plant that we don't have on the market yet, but you can add some water to it and throw it in a pan, and it actually scrambles up like a chicken egg. And if you dig down deep in sort of the molecular nature of the plant, it has a set of proteins that actually enable it to gel, to have the mouthfeel, the color, the taste, the texture of a chicken egg, but it's a lot more affordable.
This is remarkable stuff. What made you even want to try to research this or get started on this in the first place?
I spent about 7 years of my life in sub-Saharan Africa. Before that, I was raised in Birmingham, Alabama, and I think both of those stories really impact me quite a bit. I remember growing up in Birmingham and not always eating the best for my body, not always eating the best for the world. And everywhere I was in sub-Saharan Africa, I kept running into food issues. Farmers without the livelihoods that they need, little kids going to school being malnourished. And I got back to the United States, and I just kept thinking, we can use business for a lot of bad in the world, but we can also use it for a lot of good in the world, too. And I thought about starting this company that would change the way that we eat so that people that care can take advantage of it, but even people that are just too busy to think about all that, they just want good mayo on their turkey sandwich or in their potato salad, or they just want to have scrambled eggs, to have something more affordable that actually moves the world forward.
All right, so where can they find that now? And you mentioned there's going to be some future products rolling out as well. Where are we going to be able to find your Hampton Creek products?
So right now you can find the mayo at Whole Foods under the name Just Mayo. You can also find out a lot more information about us on our website, hamptoncreekfoods.com, and you can always check out our Facebook page for updates on everything else.
All right, and then since you are from Alabama, are we saying War Eagle in the national championship?
Absolutely not. We're always going to say Roll Tide.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on Studio 10 today and talking to us about the future of foods. Josh Tetrick with Hampton Creek Foods. Take care.
You too.